It's a great experience. The one thing, you've watched the kids all year, and then to have them come in and actually see them, talk to them, kind of see what kind of personality they have. You're looking to see how big they are, what size. Like, oh, can they put on some weight? So it's definitely fun to be here, and it's always a good time.
When we spoke with Todd about a month ago, I mean, one of the things he touched on was the fact that this is an opportunity for you guys to speak to these players one-on-one and maybe make that personal connection, whereas the course of the year you're watching them on film or watching them in person and don't really have a chance to have those extended conversations. So just what's that like in terms of get to know these guys a little bit better ahead of the draft?
Well, it's nice. It's nice to see their personality, see what they're like, see how they, it's a tough environment. I mean, you have 9, 10 guys in a room from the NHL team, and the way they come in, it's amazing how the kids just handle it nowadays. So, I mean, I think when, I was thinking back when I started, how nervous they were, or they're real professionals now. They come in and, they just know what they're doing. It's amazing to watch.
I was going to say, just interacting with a few of them in the hallway, just the maturity level strikes me as off the charts, just on a general sense.
Oh, yeah, easy to talk to. They come into a setting like this where I'd probably been, I think back when I was 17, 18, I'd be nervous, not sure what to say, but, they come in, there's an ease about them. They go through it. I mean, obviously everybody's different, but, it's amazing to see the Europeans come over, and especially a second language. We just had a couple, and I'm thinking, I can't even imagine how difficult that is for them.
Let's talk about the draft capital. Obviously, 8 picks in the first 107 in the draft this year, 2 in each of the first 4 rounds. I mean, this is a real opportunity for your group, isn't it, when we look ahead a little bit further on in the month into Vegas?
Well, it is. I mean, when we look how we're going to build our team moving forward, the draft's a huge part of it. If we're going to have success in the draft to kind of get where we want to become a Stanley Cup champion one day. So it starts here, and this is a huge draft for us to have that draft capital. And I think that's why this is the most kids we've ever interviewed at one, because we've never had this many picks, especially early on. So it's really going to change the franchise.
What's it like having Jerome as part of the process? I know you two go way back, right?
It's great to have him here. I mean, I think anytime you can have Jerome around, and the one thing, he knows these kids. He's coached when he was in Boston, and now, out in Kelowna. He's known these kids since they're real young, so he's got a real good grasp of who they are. Maybe not the Europeans so much, but all the North Americans. So it's great to have them. And, I mean, when you can have for me, the greatest player in the franchise history to be sitting in there and kind of selling Calgary to the kids, I mean, it's a huge bonus.
As we speak now, I mean, it's the meeting portion of the week, right? But as we get on into Friday and Saturday, we're going to see some of these kids on the ice in the fitness testing portion of it. What do your group hope to see out of that? And kind of what's maybe kind of just a general benchmark in terms of what you guys are hoping to get out of that portion of the combine?
I think we have our strength coach come in. Are they athletic? What room to grow? I mean, because some kids come in and extremely strong, extremely is this a finished product, or do they have room to grow? So, I mean, we're looking at all that, but it's great to kind of see body type, size, because on the ice, it's a little bit deceiving. Some guys you think were bigger, some guys you thought were smaller. So it's just a great chance to see him. And just one more thing, I mean, we're trying to gather all the information, the intel behind, see what he's like as a person, and then make the best pick possible at each one.